Did you know that over 11 million undocumented immigrants live in the United States? But where do most of them come from? You might be surprised by some of the answers. Stick around as we explore the top 10 countries that account for the largest groups of undocumented immigrants in the U.S., their fascinating cultures, and the historical factors driving this migration. Illegal immigration is a complex issue shaped by economics, politics, and personal aspirations. Today we're diving into the top 10 countries contributing to undocumented immigration in the U.S., based on data from migration studies and demographic reports. We'll explore not just the numbers but the stories, cultures, and histories behind these migrations. Let's get started. Country number 10. Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic accounts for over 400,000 undocumented immigrants in the U.S. Economic instability and limited opportunities drive migration from the island nation. The U.S. has long been a top destination due to cultural and geographic proximity. Many Dominicans migrate in search of better jobs and education for their families. New York City has one of the largest Dominican populations in the U.S. Dominican cuisine, featuring dishes like mango and sancocho, is widely loved. Their cultural contributions include music styles like merengue and bachata. The migration wave began in the 1960s following political turmoil in the Dominican Republic. Many undocumented Dominicans work in construction, hospitality, and service industries. Remittances sent home are vital to the Dominican Republic's economy. Dominicans often form close-knit communities in urban areas like Miami and Boston. Language barriers can be a challenge, but Spanish-speaking networks offer support. Second-generation Dominicans blend American and Dominican identities seamlessly. Cultural events like Dominican Independence Day are celebrated across the U.S. Undocumented Dominicans often face difficulties obtaining legal status. Dominicans bring a strong sense of community and family to their new homes. Youth programs help preserve Dominican heritage among the younger generation. The Dominican Republic's reliance on remittances highlights the importance of its diaspora. Undocumented migrants often advocate for immigration reforms and support systems. Dominicans have made significant contributions to American music and sports, especially baseball. Their resilience and optimism shine through despite the challenges of migration. Many undocumented Dominicans work tirelessly to build better lives for their families. Community leaders help bridge the gap between undocumented immigrants and resources. Dominican American youth excel in fields like business, sports, and education. Their migration story underscores the importance of legal pathways to residency. The cultural fusion of Dominican traditions and American values is vibrant and evolving. Dominicans advocate for fair immigration policies to support their community. Their journey reflects the enduring hope for a brighter future. Dominican immigrants highlight the value of cultural diversity in the U.S. The Dominican story is one of determination, resilience, and unwavering spirit. Country number 9. Philippines. The Philippines contributes over 300,000 undocumented immigrants to the U.S. Many Filipinos migrate to escape poverty or seek better economic opportunities. The U.S. has long been a popular destination due to historical ties with the Philippines. The Philippines was a U.S. territory from 1898 to 1946, shaping migration trends. Many undocumented immigrants arrive on work or tourist visas and overstay. Filipino culture in the U.S. is vibrant, highlighted by traditional festivals like Sinulog. Cuisine staples like adobo, lumpia, and halo-halo are now American favorites. Many Filipino immigrants work in healthcare, hospitality, and domestic services. The Filipino community is one of the most widespread immigrant groups in the U.S. States like California, Hawaii, and Texas have large Filipino populations. Remittances sent back to the Philippines form a crucial part of the national economy. Filipinos are known for their strong family values and close-knit communities. Language is rarely a barrier, as English is widely spoken in the Philippines. Many undocumented Filipinos face challenges accessing legal pathways to residency. Their migration story is often tied to the U.S. demand for healthcare workers. Second-generation Filipino Americans are excelling in education and the arts. Filipino American nurses played a key role during the COVID-19 pandemic. Cultural celebrations like Barrio Fiesta preserve Filipino heritage in the U.S. The Catholic faith is central to many Filipino families, shaping their values. Filipinos bring traditional music like kundiman and modern genres like OPM, original Filipino music. Undocumented Filipinos contribute to the economy despite legal barriers. Community organizations advocate for pathways to citizenship for undocumented Filipinos. Despite hardships, Filipino immigrants remain resilient and optimistic. Their migration stories often highlight the sacrifices made for family and education. The younger generation is redefining what it means to be Filipino American. Filipino diaspora networks play a key role in supporting new immigrants. Cultural events such as Filipino American History Month celebrate their contributions. Filipinos in the U.S. advocate for reforms in both countries to improve opportunities. The community's impact on American culture and economy is both significant and enduring. Filipino migration reflects hope, perseverance, and a strong sense of community. Country number 8. Nicaragua accounts for over 400,000 undocumented immigrants in the U.S. Economic instability and political unrest are major drivers of migration. The Nicaraguan Revolution in the 1980s led to an early wave of migration. Many seek refuge from violence and corruption in their home country. Nicaraguan traditions include unique music, dance, and colorful festivals. The cuisine, featuring dishes like gallo pinto and nacatamails, is a cultural highlight. Most Nicaraguan immigrants settle in states like Florida and California. Undocumented migrants often work in agriculture, construction, and service industries. Remittances sent home provide a critical lifeline for families. The journey north can be perilous, often involving dangerous border crossings. Undocumented Nicaraguans face limited access to healthcare and education. Community organizations offer resources to help migrants adjust. Many migrants come seeking opportunities for their children's future. The U.S. has historically provided asylum for Nicaraguans fleeing conflict. Cultural celebrations like La Purísima showcase their strong Catholic heritage. Nicaraguans bring a spirit of resilience and hope to their migration journey. Language barriers are a challenge, but Spanish-speaking networks offer support. Undocumented migrants often advocate for improved immigration policies. Youth programs help second-generation Nicaraguans embrace their heritage. The country's reliance on remittances underscores the importance of its diaspora. Many Nicaraguans in the U.S. work tirelessly to achieve stability and success. Their stories highlight the human side of immigration debates. Despite hardships, Nicaraguans maintain a strong sense of community. Their art and literature reflect the struggles and dreams of migration. Collaborative efforts aim to improve conditions in Nicaragua to reduce migration. Nicaraguans advocate for TPS and other forms of legal protection. Their contributions to U.S. culture and economy are significant and growing. Second-generation Nicaraguans are bridging cultural gaps with ease. Cultural festivals unite Nicaraguans across borders. Their journey reflects hope, resilience, and a determination to build a better future. Country number 7. India ranks among the top sources of undocumented immigrants, with over 500,000 in the U.S. Many arrive on temporary work or student visas and overstay due to limited pathways to residency. Economic aspirations and family reunification are primary motivators for migration. India's strong education system produces skilled workers who seek opportunities abroad. Indian immigrants have brought a rich cultural influence to the U.S. Festivals like Diwali and Holi are celebrated in major cities across the country. Indian cuisine, including dishes like biryani and butter chicken, has gained global popularity. Migration surged during the 1990s tech boom, with Indians excelling in IT and engineering. Undocumented Indians often work in tech, healthcare, and service industries. Many Indian families prioritize education, making it a cornerstone of their migration story. Indian American communities thrive in states like California, New York, and Texas. Undocumented migrants often face challenges with visa extensions and work permits. Language diversity among Indian immigrants includes Hindi, Punjabi, Tamil, and Telugu. Indian traditions, from yoga to Bollywood, have enriched American culture. Remittances sent to India support rural economies and families. Second-generation Indian Americans excel in academics, arts, and entrepreneurship. Organizations like Sabha help undocumented Indians access legal resources. India's caste system and economic disparity often drive migration to seek equality. The H-1B visa backlog creates uncertainty for many skilled workers. Undocumented Indians contribute to both the local and national economies. Indian communities host events that promote cultural exchange and unity. Despite challenges, many undocumented Indians build stable lives in the U.S. Family and community networks provide crucial support for new migrants. Indian Americans are among the most successful immigrant groups in the U.S. The younger generation fosters a blend of Indian and American values. Cultural festivals like Navratri showcase India's rich heritage. Undocumented Indians often advocate for immigration reform and pathways to citizenship. Their contributions highlight the importance of skilled migration policies. The Indian diaspora exemplifies resilience, adaptability, and community spirit. Their stories reflect hope, ambition, and the pursuit of the American dream. Country number 6. China ranks high on the list, with approximately 600,000 undocumented immigrants in the U.S. Many Chinese immigrants overstay their visas rather than crossing borders illegally. Economic opportunity is a major driver of migration for Chinese nationals. Some seek escape from political restrictions or pursue better education for their children. Chinese culture has deeply influenced the U.S. from cuisine to festivals. Traditional events like Lunar New Year are celebrated nationwide. Cuisine staples like dumplings, dim sum, and Peking duck are globally loved. Historical migration began in the 19th century during the gold rush and railroad expansion. Modern migration surged in the 1990s due to China's economic transformation. Cities like San Francisco and New York are home to thriving Chinese communities. Chinatowns serve as cultural hubs, preserving traditions and supporting new migrants. Undocumented Chinese immigrants often work in industries like food service and retail. Many also enter the U.S. as international students and remain after graduation. Remittances sent back to China support families and rural development. Chinese Americans are a vital part of the U.S. economic and social fabric. Cultural influences include traditional Chinese medicine and martial arts. The younger generation bridges American culture with their Chinese heritage. Language barriers remain a challenge for some Chinese migrants. Many undocumented immigrants face difficulties accessing healthcare and education. Community organizations advocate for pathways to legal status. Despite challenges, Chinese immigrants show resilience and determination. Historic sites like Angel Island reflect the early struggles of Chinese immigrants. Today's migration stories reveal aspirations for stability and prosperity. China's one-child policy also played a role in driving international migration. Second-generation Chinese Americans excel in education and entrepreneurship. Traditional Chinese arts like calligraphy and opera enrich U.S. cultural diversity. Immigration policies continue to shape the lives of undocumented Chinese. Their presence highlights the need for equitable reform in visa processes. Chinese immigrants' contributions are evident across all sectors of society. Their journey reflects a blend of perseverance, tradition, and hope for a better future. Country number 5. Haiti is home to over 700,000 undocumented immigrants in the U.S. Political instability and natural disasters drive much of the migration. The 2010 earthquake displaced hundreds of thousands of Haitians. Temporary Protected Status, TPS, provided some relief for Haitian migrants. Many Haitians seek better economic opportunities and stability in the U.S. Their cultural contributions include vibrant Creole music and cuisine. Dishes like griot and soup jumu are favorites among Haitian communities. Haitian Americans have built strong communities, particularly in Florida. Haitian Creole and French languages connect them to their rich heritage. Remittances from U.S. Haitians sustain families and communities back home. Haitian migration has roots in political upheavals from the 20th century. Churches and religious organizations are central to Haitian American communities. Education is a priority for many Haitian immigrant families. Haitians often excel in fields like nursing and healthcare. Youth-led initiatives preserve Haitian culture and language in the U.S. Haitian music genres like compa are gaining global recognition. Many Haitians face barriers like limited access to legal pathways. Haitian traditions like carnival bring energy and joy to the U.S. Undocumented Haitians work in essential sectors like hospitality and agriculture. Their resilience in rebuilding after disasters inspires many. Organizations advocate for better immigration policies for Haitians. Haitian Americans enrich U.S. culture with their art, literature, and history. Second-generation Haitians are redefining the Haitian American identity. Their journey highlights the strength of their community bonds. Haitian migration stories reflect hope, resilience, and determination. The Haitian diaspora plays a key role in supporting Haiti's development. Family reunification is a priority for many Haitian immigrants. Haitians advocate for legal status to improve their living conditions. Their contributions to U.S. society are both economic and cultural. Haitian immigrants exemplify the power of perseverance in the face of adversity. Country number 4. Honduras contributes over 1 million undocumented immigrants to the U.S. Gang violence and poverty are among the top reasons for migration. The country struggles with high unemployment and limited opportunities. Hondurans often embark on dangerous journeys through Mexico to reach the U.S. Remittances from the U.S. make up a significant part of Honduras's economy. Cultural traditions, including punta music, bring vibrant energy to the U.S. Honduran cuisine, such as bailadas and pastelitos, is a treat for food lovers. Many migrants work in the U.S. in industries like farming and food service. Communities of Hondurans thrive in cities like Miami and New Orleans. Hurricane Mitch in 1998 spurred a wave of migration due to widespread devastation. Climate change impacts, such as droughts, continue to push people out of Honduras. Many migrants cite family reunification as a major motivator. Undocumented Hondurans face numerous challenges, from exploitation to legal insecurity. Organizations advocate for temporary protected status for Honduran immigrants. Youth from Honduras often pursue higher education in the U.S. to secure a better future. Honduran Americans bring a strong sense of community and family values. Their cultural festivals showcase traditional dances and crafts. Music and art from Honduras are gaining international recognition. Second-generation Hondurans blend their heritage with American influences. Political instability in Honduras exacerbates migration trends. Despite hardships, Hondurans maintain hope and determination. Their stories highlight the human cost of poverty and violence. Undocumented Hondurans play essential roles in U.S. industries. Efforts to address migration often focus on improving conditions in Honduras. Community leaders in the U.S. work to uplift Honduran immigrants. Honduran traditions like Garifuna culture enrich American diversity. Family is central to Honduran values, reflected in their migration choices. Hondurans continue to call for fair immigration reforms and pathways to citizenship. The journey from Honduras underscores the resilience of its people. Their presence in the U.S. contributes to a richer and more diverse society. Country number 3. El Salvador has over 1.4 million undocumented immigrants living in the U.S. The Civil War from 1980 to 1992 caused the first major wave of migration. Gang violence and economic hardship are key factors driving current migration. Many Salvadorans risk dangerous journeys through Central America to reach the U.S. Remittances sent back to El Salvador are a vital part of its national economy. Salvadorans bring rich traditions like Pupusa Day and vibrant religious festivals. Their cuisine, especially pupusas and sopa de pata, is beloved by many. Many migrants work in agriculture, construction, or service industries in the U.S. Salvadoran communities thrive in cities like Los Angeles, Houston, and Washington, D.C. Temporary Protected Status (TPS) has provided relief for some Salvadorans. Youth gangs like MS-13 originated in Salvadoran immigrant communities. Despite challenges, Salvadoran immigrants contribute significantly to local economies. Their music and dance styles, including cumbia, are gaining popularity in the U.S. Salvadoran families often migrate in search of safety and stability. Natural disasters like earthquakes also push people to leave El Salvador. Second-generation Salvadorans are integrating into U.S. society while preserving their heritage. Family reunification remains a top priority for many Salvadoran immigrants. Salvadoran Americans advocate for immigration reforms and rights. Cultural celebrations like Semana Santa showcase their rich traditions. The Salvadoran government relies on U.S. ties to address migration challenges. Undocumented Salvadorans often face risks of deportation and economic insecurity. Their journey north highlights the desperate need for better opportunities. Despite hardships, Salvadorans show remarkable resilience and determination. Community organizations work to support Salvadorans in the U.S. Salvadoran literature and art reflect the struggles and dreams of migration. Cultural festivals help Salvadorans preserve their identity in new countries. Children of Salvadoran immigrants often excel academically and culturally. Their stories illustrate the human side of immigration debates. Salvadorans continue to advocate for fairer immigration policies. Their contributions to the U.S. are both economic and cultural. Country number 2. Guatemala ranks high on the list with over 800,000 undocumented immigrants. Economic instability is a primary reason for migration to the U.S. Many Guatemalans flee extreme poverty and lack of opportunities. Rural areas are particularly affected by income inequality and unemployment. Guatemala's cultural richness includes Mayan heritage and traditions. Migrants often share native languages like Kitch or Quechua. The Guatemalan Civil War, 1960 to 1996, triggered waves of migration. Political corruption and gang violence exacerbate migration issues. Guatemalan cuisine like tamales and atol is growing in U.S. popularity. Many migrants work in agriculture, construction, or low-wage jobs in the U.S. Crossing the U.S.-Mexico border is a perilous journey for Guatemalans. Remittances play a crucial role in Guatemala's economy. Many migrants settle in states like California, Florida, and Texas. Guatemalan immigrants often form tight-knit communities for mutual support. Organizations advocate for their rights and provide resources. Guatemalans bring unique music styles like marimba to the U.S. Their colorful textiles and crafts are recognized globally. Undocumented Guatemalans face legal and social challenges in the U.S. Women and children are particularly vulnerable during migration. Climate change impacts in Guatemala, such as droughts, drive migration. Family reunification is a strong motivator for many immigrants. Guatemala's historical ties to the U.S. shape migration patterns. Language barriers are a challenge for indigenous migrants. Second-generation Guatemalans are bridging cultural divides. Access to healthcare and education remains a key issue for many. Guatemalans in the U.S. advocate for TPS, temporary protected status. Their music, dance, and traditions enrich the American cultural landscape. Collaborative efforts aim to improve conditions in Guatemala to reduce migration. Despite hardships, Guatemalans exhibit resilience and determination. Their journey highlights the importance of compassion and reform in immigration policy. Country number 1. Mexico tops the list, contributing over 50% of undocumented immigrants in the U.S. An estimated 5.4 million Mexicans live in the U.S. without legal documentation. Many migrate due to economic challenges, unemployment, and lack of opportunities. Border proximity makes Mexico the most common source of immigration. U.S. labor demand in agriculture and construction attracts Mexican workers. Mexican culture is deeply embedded in American society, from tacos to mariachi. Festivals like Cinco de Mayo are widely celebrated in the U.S. Historically, migration surged after NAFTA impacted rural Mexican farmers. Increased border enforcement hasn't deterred migration completely. Remittances from Mexican immigrants significantly support Mexico's economy. The southwestern U.S. is home to large Mexican-American communities. Cultural traditions like Dia de los Muertos enrich American multiculturalism. However, migrants often face harsh conditions crossing the border. The debate on border walls frequently centers around Mexican migration. Mexican immigrants contribute to the U.S. economy as essential workers. Strong family ties motivate many to make the journey north. Urban areas like Los Angeles and Houston host vibrant Mexican enclaves. Second- and third-generation Mexican Americans are reshaping U.S. culture. Unfortunately, many face challenges like low wages and limited healthcare access. Organizations in both countries advocate for immigration reform and support. The U.S.-Mexico relationship is crucial to addressing migration issues. Cultural fusion is evident in music genres like Tex-Mex and reggaeton. Sports, especially soccer, unite Mexican communities across borders. Mexican schools and healthcare often benefit from migrant remittances. Many undocumented Mexicans have lived in the U.S. for decades. Dreamers under DACA often trace their roots back to Mexican migration. Despite challenges, Mexican migrants show resilience and adaptability. The shared border fosters deep economic and cultural exchanges. The future of U.S.-Mexico migration policy will impact millions of lives. Mexicans' contributions to U.S. society are undeniable and invaluable. As we've seen, the story of undocumented immigration is one of hope, struggle, and resilience. These individuals bring cultural diversity and contribute to the fabric of American society. However, their journeys highlight the need for fair immigration policies. What did you think of today's list? Were there any surprises? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.